Remembering Theobald Wolfe Tone. The Irish revolutionary died from his wounds on November 19, 1798. Wolfe Tone was born in Dublin on June 20, 1763. He studied law at Trinity College Dublin, where he graduated with a BA in 1786. He qualified as a barrister in King's Inns at the age of 26 and attended the Inns of Court in London. The French Revolution of 1789 greatly influenced Tone, especially Thomas Paine's revolutionary book, The Rights of Man, which sets out the reasons for the revolution. Inspired by this book, Tone published in 1791 an argument on behalf of the Catholics of Ireland. Tone urged cooperation between the religions in Ireland as the only means of obtaining a redress of Irish grievances. Many similar thinkers of that time, including Thomas Russell, who first met Tone in the public gallery in Dublin's Parliament, believed his publication could be the foundation of a new revolutionary movement. In October 1791, 11 men including Wolfe Tone met in Belfast and founded a new revolutionary movement called the United Irishmen, which sought more rights for the Catholic majority in Ireland. Tone and other United Irishmen believed it would become a revolutionary movement that would fight for an Irish republic. When war broke out between Britain and France in 1793, the United Irishmen became an illegal organization and were forced underground. Most of its leadership were arrested, so Wolfe Tone fled Ireland to the United States in 1795 and then moved to France in 1796. While in France, Tone persuaded the French to send an expedition force to Ireland to help the United Irishmen fight for freedom. On December 15, 1796, the expedition, consisting of 43 sail and carrying about 14,450 men with a large supply of war material for distribution in Ireland, sailed from Brest with Tone. They waited for days outside Bantry in Cork but were unable to land due to bad weather, so headed back to France. The rebellion in Ireland had started in June 1798. Tone again convinced the French to send more help. This time the French sent 3 small exhibitions to Ireland. Tone accompanied the third exhibition, which included 3,000 men, and encountered an English squadron at Buncrana on Lough Swilly on the 12th of October 1798. Tone, on board the ship Hoche, refused Bompad's offer of escape in a frigate before the Battle of Tory Island and was taken prisoner when the Hoche surrendered. Tone was brought ashore at Letterkenny port, and all French forces of the Hoche were taken to Lord Cavan in Letterkenny's home, where he was recognized, arrested and sent to Dublin for trial. Despite being an officer in the French army, Tone was charged with treason to the crown because he was Irish. Tone's court-martial began on November 8, 1798. At his trial, Tone made a speech in which he called for the complete separation of Ireland from Britain. Convinced that he would be found guilty, Tone asked the court that he be given a soldier's death, that he may be shot instead of a traitor's death of hanging. On November 10, Tone was found guilty of treason and was sentenced to death by hanging. His request for a soldier's death had been denied. Before his execution was carried out, which was set for November 12, Tone was found mortally wounded either by attempted suicide or after being tortured by his captors. Theobald Wolfe Tone died of his wounds on November 19, 1798 at the age of 35 in Provost Gaol, Dublin, and is buried in Bodenstown Graveyard in County Kildare. Every summer Irish Republicans visit his gravesite to recommit themselves to the Irish Republican cause, to subvert the tyranny of our execrable government, to break their connection with England, the never-failing source of all our political evils, and to assert the independence of my country. These were my objects: to unite the whole people of Ireland, to abolish the memory of all past dissensions, and to substitute the common name of Irishman in place of the denominations of Protestant, Catholic and Dissenter. These were my means.